have exciting news to share with you guys today. It is in this envelope, I'm super excited to share this with you. Hold tight, I'll let you know what it is. Hey everyone, welcome back to White Pine Homestead. We are sharing our journey to becoming more self-sufficient and things that we do on our homestead to do that, whether it be in the kitchen or the yard or whatnot. So today's video is pretty special to me because I started on a journey this year that I have wanted to do for a really, really long time. Back in January, Nick and I had discussed whether I could go ahead and go forward with learning more about herbal remedies. I'm a huge fan of herbal remedies. I may have just a few books on it. I'll throw a picture up here that only shows a portion of the books that I have on herbalism and for food. Actually, the ones in the picture are all on food for your body for medicine, because I believe food is medicine for your body. I, in January, enrolled to Dr. Christopher's School of Natural Healing to become a certified family herbalist. Now, that does not make me a doctor. That makes me someone who now has the knowledge, other than just my books, of taking a course to take care of my family here in our home. Now, I plan to share those remedies with you guys here on our channel and show you the things that we're doing so that hopefully that can help you on your journey to becoming more self-sufficient. The other great thing is that that is the prerequisite to all the other courses that that school offers to become a master herbalist. And I completed that certification. Here it is. I'm really excited about that. It's a 3-month course, and it's like I said, a prerequisite to the other ones. The next level, which I just ordered because I'm doing this via correspondence. Our internet service is really slow where we're at. So even when I go to say upload these YouTube videos, I edit them, I hit upload, and I walk away because it takes time. Sometimes I literally hit it before I go to bed, so it can try to upload during the night when there's hopefully less people on the internet. So we have really slow internet service here. So I'm doing old-fashioned correspondence course. I just ordered the next level. The first course that I just took, like I said, as a family, becoming a certified family herbalist, was a 3-month course. So I got that finished, did my final, and passed that course. The next level is actually you have up to a year to take it. Now, my goal is to finish in a much shorter time frame than that, but I have up to a year to complete that course. So 12 months, and it is what is nutritional herbalist is the next level. So there's 3 more levels, 3 years worth of schooling to finish my master herbalist level, but I'm super excited about this. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And how the conversation came up again with Nick was that I was cleaning my mess of a desk that had gotten a little bit overrun. I was just going through different files, things that I'd saved for a long time, and thought I'm just gonna, make some final decisions. Some of the stuff I've been lugging around way too long. And one of them was a photocopy that I had done of a book, the front cover, and multiple pages in the back. And it was the book written, The Legacy of Dr. Christopher, the herbalist that founded the school that I'm attending. And I've been lugging this around for probably close to 10 years now, maybe 8 to 10 years, wanting to take these courses. I took pictures of them and I sent them to Nick because he was at work up in Alaska at that time. And I said, okay, is this something I can do? Should I toss this? What should I do? He goes, well, send me the links to the school. Let me check it out. So I sent him the information, and he looked it over. He goes, I really think you should do this. And I got to tell you, the first set of courses that I did, I just soaked them up. I absolutely loved them, and it's just really a passion of mine because, like I said, I believe that food is the medicine for the body. So he is being very supportive in allowing me to continue on to higher levels, and I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to continue on with this. I thought I'd share that announcement with you today, while also sharing with you kind of what got me to that point where I started looking at natural medicine, and if I'm, anti-Western medicine or anything like that. And I would not say I'm, fully anti-Western medicine, but I do feel that Western medicine tends to come at things from a completely wrong angle. And I have to tell you, I know a young man, last I knew, he was planning to become a doctor. And he graduates next year, and he is a brilliant young man. I am very proud of him and where he has gotten and what he's achieving. And I'm not anti him becoming a doctor by any means. I think that's going to be a great thing, but I think he could be even better. Like, I've really been thinking about this, and if he were to become a doctor, and I don't actually know the branch that he's decided on. Last time I got to have a conversation with about it, he was going back and forth on a few things. If he could take the Master Herbalist course and do his doctoring, he would be a force to be reckoned with. He would be better than a regular doctor because he's then learned so much on a level that medical doctors don't learn in the United States. Most medical doctors in the United States only get 3 days to a week's worth of nutritional training. And then a lot of nutritional doctors or dietitians are not looking at things from a healing level, but more as from let's change your diet to these restrictive things so we can, get these sugar level down or whatever the case is, while also giving you pills. So, whereas I think, it really depends on the person as well. Some people are not going to take the steps to truly heal their body. And that person is probably better off just being given the pill because that's all they're going to do. That's all they're willing to do. And if that's the case, then that's that individual. But then you have individuals like me where I go into the doctor's office and I go, yeah, I'm not taking a pill. What's my other options? Except that medical doctors don't know any other options to give. And so I just believe that someone that could come of that from both sides, like I said, would be a force to be reckoned with and would be amazing. And we're going up for his graduation next year, and I'm planning to encourage him on that. I have no idea if he'll receive it or be interested in it, but I'm going to mention it, and then he'll make his own choices. So, like I said, and then there are some extreme cases where people, accidents happen. Surgeries are needed because someone broke a leg. Obviously, we need medical doctors. And so I am not anti-Western medicine. I just believe that it could be better. And I do think that our country, especially here in America, are just so dependent on the pharmaceuticals, and that's just really sad to me. And we have higher levels of pharmaceutical needs than any other country. You can look those statistics up for yourself. It's just sad. So that all being said, is when Lane, my son, was born, I ended up having to have an emergency cesarean. Thank you, medical doctors, for being able to help me through that and for allowing my beautiful baby boy to be delivered healthy and for me to be safe. So absolutely, there is a need. That being said, I had a rough time healing up. Things didn't go particularly well, and where my cesarean was my incision, I just had constant pain and it wasn't going away. And I was like, what in the world? And I kept seeing the doctor, and she kept saying, well, you just have a uterus infection. And they kept giving me antibiotics, and I'm breastfeeding my son. So now my son's going to be dealing with, and I was pretty anal about, what are you giving me? I'm breastfeeding, blah, blah, blah. But of course he got some of that regardless because I'm feeding my child. And this went on for months. And finally they're like, we need to send you down because we didn't live anywhere that had a CAT scan. So I went to another community up in Alaska and we're outside of where we lived, and I went and got a CAT scan. So we got this CAT scan, And my doctor wanted me to call right away, talk to her with results. So I did speak to her pretty quickly, but then she said I needed to come in and talk to her in the office. And I just had been seeing doctors for months. I mean, through my pregnancy and then after my pregnancy, and I was just over doctors all day long, even though she was a wonderful general practitioner. I just absolutely loved her. But she called me right after they got the results from the CAT scan. I was not back in Haines, Alaska, which is where we were living. So I was in Juneau, Alaska, getting the tests done. And she said, well, what happened is when your incision healed, the scar tissue attached itself to your uterus. And so when your uterus shrunk, it couldn't fall back into place like it's supposed to. And it's literally just pulling on the wall of my stomach, trying to go back where it's supposed to. But like I said, the scar tissue had attached itself to that. So really not much more we can do about that unless we go back in and cut that away. Okay, there's that. She said, but there's actually something that's a bit more concerning in the background of the CAT scan that we found. And I was like, oh, okay, what's that? She said, well, we found a tumor that's taken over, a tumor on your pancreas. We don't know if it's cancerous or not. And I was like, oh, great, of course. After everything else that's happened, that too. So we had to make arrangements to go down to Virginia Mason in Seattle, Washington, and have surgery done. And I was down there for a week. Yeah, I was in the hospital for a week, I believe. And my son and Nick took me down there, and then my husband had to go back to work. So he had to take my son. I had to be apart from him for a week when he was so young. And my sister and her family graciously took him for that time while I was in the hospital. So, no, I think I was down there. So he was with me for a week. I was in the hospital down there. I was down there for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, for 2 weeks. So they did the surgery. They got it out. They had to take 40% of my pancreas. My spleen was attached to the side of the pancreas that they removed, and then tested to see if it was cancerous. They could not do a surgery that only that they couldn't do a biopsy on it because actually it was a ton of little clusters of cysts, and they could have tested one cyst and it be clean and another one be cancerous. So they went ahead and took the whole thing out. And while they're in there, thankfully, they went ahead and released my uterus from the scar tissue attachment on the wall of my belly. So that pain, well, I didn't notice that pain being away for a while because I had another incision on my stomach at that point. But all that got done in one fell swoop. So thankfully, it was benign. That was a blessing. And I went back to Alaska and I recuperated at my sister's home with Lane. And then eventually got back home in November. And I had been gone for a while. So that all got done. That was great. But it led me down this journey of going, what in the world? I'm thankful it was benign, but why did that grow in my body? And I never looked at anything like that, never really thought about it. And I was like, what in the world? And I started researching stuff, and I started just reading books and watching documentaries and trying to understand why something like that would grow in my body. And I also ran across the Gerson therapy, which I'm a huge proponent of, and which is not everyone believes in it, but once again, I believe that food is the body's medicine, and if we're eating the proper food, and if we cleanse our bodies the way we need to, and we allow it to do what it's supposed to do, our bodies were beautifully and perfectly made by God. What has happened, unfortunately, is that we have genetically modified foods and we have made toxic environments, and our bodies get overloaded to the point that they cannot handle the amount of toxins that are put in. They are naturally created to eliminate toxins, and they are beautifully built to do that. But when you overload them, and nowadays they're being overloaded from birth, it's just absolutely crazy for them to be able to handle. So anyways, all of that happened. I went on a 3-month raw vegan diet and felt amazing and really cleaned up my body doing that. Now, have I been perfect, and do I believe in being vegan? I don't think we're supposed to be vegan. I believe that having periods of being vegan and doing cleanses are good for your body, but I believe we were given the teeth in our mouth that we have because we are supposed to be able to eat meat. So I am not a vegan, although I love vegetables, and I believe that we eat meat way more than we're supposed to. And so we have our proportions really, really wrong, especially in our country. And with the fact that so many people are sedentary, that's an issue as well. So anyways, not vegan, but I went on a vegan cleanse, raw food diet for 3 months and really, really felt good and on my way to healing. Then my dad came and lived with us while he was dealing with, he wasn't stage 4 colon cancer, but they said he was almost stage 4, so he was not doing well. And we did the Gerson therapy with him for a period of time. And he ended up choosing not to complete that. He regrets that now, honestly. But we were able to shrink his tumor in half and dropped his weight significantly before he saw his doctors again, and they just raved about the condition that he was in at that point. So my dad's 80 now, so that was, I don't know, he was probably 70, between 70 and 72 at that time. I'm going to guess his age. I'd have to double check that. And he's been cancer-free since all of that's occurred. So he's had some other issues, and hopefully he's coming down to visit here soon, and we're going to get him on a better food regimen to help him be feeling better. So all of that being said, really what happened with my pancreas and what happened with going through and helping my dad with the things that he did and all the research that I have done have just really made me want to go down this path of becoming a master herbalist. So I'm really, really excited about this journey that I'm on. I'm really, really excited to include you guys in on it so that I am hoping to teach you the things that I'm learning. And, you can put comments below and teach me things as well. That's the whole beauty of natural medicine and natural healing is you don't have to be a master herbalist to know all of that. I want to delve deeper into it, and I'm really excited about it. But you can literally just pick up books and learn a ton, enough to at least help your family. My goal is to really be able to get to the point where I can help my family and many others, those that are truly interested in true healing of their bodies. So I have been discouraged in the past when I've tried to help loved ones that I love them, I care for them dearly, and I want them to be in a better state of health. But I have come to the conclusion that I can't push what I feel anyone should do. That person has to come to a true place of, okay, I'm willing to make this commitment to truly heal my body and make these changes. And those are the people I want to help. I want to be ready when those people are ready to be helped, whoever they happen to be. So, all right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it. I wanted to just share this exciting news with you, give you a bit of background on where and how I came to this journey, and I hope that you choose to be along the ride with me. If you haven't checked out any of my wildcrafting videos, I have done a couple so far. I'll go ahead and link that up in the iCards, and I am going to be creating more, so that will be just a continuing playlist as I do more and more of those. Hopefully I'll get a few more in this year before the season's over, and then of course we'll tackle more each year. I hope you guys are along with me. Okay, you guys have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.